Now let's look at another application of the pen tool. So with this one too, we can see that the edges of the image is not crispy, it's not sharp. So we can use some inbuilt remove background or selection to remove that background for you. But in this case, since here is not sharp, when you use that, it is going to make the selection not properly cut out. So if you want to get a properly cut out with an image with a blur around the image or the edges, then I recommend to you to use the pen tool. And as I was talking earlier, if you have a complex hair, this one is not a complex hair, so when you use the pen tool, it's going to be an ideal. So let me illustrate this one for you to see. So let's unlock this one, click on this, or you can click and drag this one to the bin and it will remove that. Then with this one selected, go to window, then search for properties. Click on the properties and then you are going to have this one. Click and then you are going to see quick action. You see remove background. Click on this, wait for your computer to load, and Photoshop is going to remove the background for you just in a minute. Just wait for it to happen. And boom, the background is removed and it's added a layer mask. So if you don't know what layer mask is, I will tackle that one in a different course as well. Alright, so we can verify from here that the selection that was made around this image is very poor because the image wasn't crispy. It didn't have a hard edges. Here was a little bit okay, but here is not okay at all. For the hair, it's very okay. So let me add a background for you to see. Go to adjustment, add a solid color. Let's choose something like red. Click on OK. Then I will click and drag this layer beneath the image, and boom, you can see some of the image is being cut out as well. And here was okay for the selection, but here wasn't, because let me toggle between this, because here didn't have hard edges. So to make this right, use the pen tool. All right, okay, so I'm going to use the pen tool here for you to see the outcome that we will get using the pen tool. So first of all, I will start from here. I will click and drag to bring the handles, then click and drag to bring the next handles, click and drag. All right, so just like what we have learned throughout is the same thing that I am applying over here. Okay, so you click and drag. So quickly, I'm going to walk through this, and when I'm done, I will share with you the final outcome. Alright, so to conclude, just hover over this and boom to finish. Okay, so from here, Control O to fit everything to screen, and let's click on the selection, click on OK. Then let's duplicate this layer, Control J to duplicate the layer, and boom, let me hide this one and see the difference. Wow, this one is very much okay than the earlier one, because when I compare this with this one, let me turn this one off. So this was the first one. You see here it's not sharp, some of the information is cut out, but see this one is very sharp. It keeps all the information and cool. You can see everything is very okay than the first one. All right, so that's the difference between using the pen tool and also using Adobe AI to make selection in Photoshop. So if you have hard edges, then I can tell you that when you go with the Adobe AI, it's going to make a very precise selection for you. On the other hand, if you have an image with rough edge, then the pen tool is what you should consider in making that selection. Okay, so that's it for this video. Let's look at our assignment for this project as well. Okay,